Hi, Julie Rader here with the weekly astrological update for the week of December 5th through the 11th. I am also including in this the Gemini Full Moon because it is coming up and it is the biggest energy of the week. So I figured I'd combine it mainly because it's Monday again when I'm recording this. My daughter had a last minute soccer tournament this past weekend. They won the tournament. It was super fun. But everything got pushed back a bit. So starting today on Monday, December 5th, Moon is in Taurus, really a welcome change after the Aries moon we had all weekend. It was perfect for a soccer tournament, but definitely very fiery. So now with the Taurus moon, it's a time where we can kind of start to mellow out. Sorry, I turned the heater. We can start to, it's a very grounded moon on the moon's day, but it's not such of these emotional highs and lows like the Aries moon. Biggest energy of the day, huge energy of the day. We have Mercury in Sagittarius square, a challenging aspect to Jupiter in Pisces. Now, this is interesting because Mercury is a planet of communication, and in Sagittarius, it can exaggerate things a bit, or it can talk a lot, things like that. But Mercury's about to leave the sign of Sagittarius and go into Capricorn, where it will be a lot more grounded, ready to kind of get to work on some writing, speaking projects, things like that, anything dealing with communication. In Sagittarius, it's been way more big picture. Well, this big picture energy that Mercury is feeling is going to be amplified with this square to Jupiter in Pisces. It's interesting because we have Mercury in fire at the last degrees, and we have Jupiter in water. So in a sense, they cancel each other out a bit. Too much water on fire puts the fire out. Too much fire on water, it sizzles it. So there is this energy of it. It will get us. We may not feel as motivated to do the things that we need to do, but there can definitely be energy, and I am feeling this big time today of feeling scattered. Also watch out for overdoing things or just exaggerating. So this is very much the energy of Monday. It is a Taurus moon. The Taurus moon wants a little bit more luxury. So maybe just give yourself one or two tasks. If they get done, pat yourself on the back, and then treat yourself to a nice meal, a good bath, and just take it down a notch. On Tuesday, we have Mercury moving into Capricorn. So now that Neptune has stationed direct this past Saturday and Mercury moving into Capricorn, we could start experiencing more clarity, which is very welcome in my world, I think for all of us. So start to think about where do you want to put your focus? Is there a project that you're wanting to work on, something business-wise? We're going to have all the planets now moving into Capricorn. So use the last of this energy in Sagittarius for these other planets to get clear on your big picture vision, because then when the planets move into Capricorn, then we can start being a bit more detailed and working on the steps to make these big picture dreams a reality. The moon then will be moving into Gemini, preparing for the full moon on Wednesday. So on Wednesday, we have this Gemini full moon. So this is a big energy, this full moon. The full moon is happening at 8:08 p.m. Pacific time at 16 degrees. So anyone with planets at 16 degrees of Gemini, Pisces, Virgo, or Sagittarius will be feeling this the most. And this full moon is so big because it is conjunct on the same degree, meaning merging with Mars, which is retrograde in Gemini. And Mars, remember, is spending a lot of time in Gemini. When a planet is retrograde, its energy is even amplified that much more because it's closer to the Earth. So this Mars retrograde in Gemini conjunct the full moon can have us feeling, again, restless. There can be a violent aspect to it, or just simply acting in haste. So I really encourage you to take your time, not to be too hasty on any decisions you're making. Gather the information, use this excess energy with the Mars retrograde conjunct the full moon. Full moons can be intense anyway. You add Mars to the mix, Mars retrograde to the mix, out of bounds. It's a big energy. So do something that is going to focus your energy. Go for a hike, a bike ride. Do something that a long run, something that you can use this energy out and in a physical way. There's going to be a lot of mental energy with it too, because the sun is in Sagittarius and the moon is in Gemini. So, which are both really, we've got Gemini, which is air, Sagittarius, which is fire, but both are big thinkers. So is there something that you're wanting clarity on? Go for a run, go for a hike, do something in which you can get physical with your energy, and then maybe journal, do some stream of consciousness journaling, something like that. Also, the energy with this full moon includes Mercury, which is newly in Capricorn, and it has that square to Jupiter as its last aspect in Sagittarius. So again, there's that energy of exaggerating, scattered. Neptune is newly direct, but it's slow, and it's just slowly creeping forward. It's been retrograde for the last several months. Another energy we have of it, which is going to be an energy of Thursday. Venus in Sagittarius is square Jupiter. This is its last aspect before moving into Capricorn. So these planets that are in Sagittarius, they are making these mutable squares to Jupiter before leaving. So they're just checking in. And that one thing, a square is not always negative. It can force us into action. So maybe it's saying, okay, before we go into Capricorn and we get into the details and we get our tasks done, let's go back and remember, what is the vision? Stay with the vision. Keep the vision alive as you then start to move into Capricorn, and where we can actually put some roots to it. So let's put a positive spin to it. Make sure, if you haven't already, do the vision board. Get clear on your intentions. Use this full moon to perhaps check back in with your goals, your intentions, your vision for what you want in your life. And then now, with these planets moving into Capricorn, how can we put legs to it? How can we put roots to what it is we want to grow in our lives? At the end of this video, I will go through the full moon in each of your signs, but I want to go through the week first. And the reason it made sense to combine them is because all of the aspects happening this week are part of this full moon energy. So we're going to be feeling the intensity of this full moon conjunct Mars all week. So let's think about, what can we do this week to ground our energy? Maybe do a yoga practice and commit to it every day, or a walk in nature, or something that will let you, again, calm your nervous system. Get into acupuncture. If you're a great acupuncturist, go see your acupuncturist. Now that I'm saying it, I'm like, oh yeah, I need to go see Dr. Kim in Redondo Beach. He's great. If you're in the South Bay, he's right by the Just Pokey place on Barrel and PCH. He's amazing, miracle worker. So take baths, do things that are going to calm your nervous system. Stream of consciousness writing could be extremely powerful because Neptune is newly direct, but we may be able to still tap into the subconscious mind with this energy. So if you're doing stream of consciousness writing, you may find that some of the answers are coming through you, and they're coming through you with much clarity. So again, Thursday, still in that full moon energy. Moon's making lots of aspects to Saturn, Neptune, Venus, Jupiter. It's important for us to then start to become realistic. We've been in this big picture vision, and now with these planets starting to move into Capricorn on Friday, now we have Venus moving into Capricorn right after her square to Jupiter in Pisces, which may have us on Friday feeling a bit lazy. This week, do the stream of consciousness writing. See if the visions that you've had, are they realistic? If not, how can you really then dig in and be solutions oriented, know what your big picture vision is, but be realistic and practical about it. So Thursday will have us really feeling that a bit. Friday, we might be feeling again a bit lazy before Venus goes into Capricorn. Give yourself a break. It's Venus's day. Venus and Sag square Jupiter and Pisces. Not going to feel like doing a lot. Give yourself that gift, because as these planets go into Capricorn, you're going to start feeling more motivated to get the tasks that need to be done accomplished. Then on Saturday, we have the moon in Cancer, lots of positive aspects, very spiritual, meditative energy on Saturday. Tap into that. And then Sunday, Cancer moon. Really, it's just moon aspects. It's last aspect the Cancer moon will have is a trine to Jupiter and Pisces, which is quite beautiful. And then the moon moves into Leo. So by Sunday night, Pacific time, we may feel like gathering with other people and having a party. So here in South Bay, I think that's the fireworks. Anyway, so this week, we are going to be feeling this full moon energy, and it's going to be amplified. Be good to yourself. Do not overschedule. Use that mental filter, because things could fly out of your mouth. And like I often say, when the toothpaste is out of the tube, there's no putting it back in. This is one of those kind of weeks. So kind of zip it up, get clear, write it down, because then you can go back and reread it and say, okay, how can I deliver this in a way with a bit more compassion? So there's going to be attention to this week. So again, forewarned is forearmed. Just know that our minds might be a bit all over the place. So give yourself some downtime. Let's go through specifically now through the signs. We have Aries. It's happening in your third house. So it's Mars, your ruling planet, conjunct this full moon. You will be feeling it. Be really aware with conversations you're having with neighbors and siblings, because there can be a spark that comes up. There can be some tension that comes up with it. So I really encourage you to take a breath, take a step back, pause before talking to neighbors and siblings. Your best use of this energy is to journal, to write. Third house is the house of communications. If you have projects you've been wanting to work on, involving writing, speaking, teaching, social media, anything like this would be a great full moon, a great week to start putting energy into those projects. You channel that energy into that. Taurus, this is happening for you in your second house. So this is looking at, where do you value yourself? How's your self-worth? Remember, net worth is equivalent to self-worth, and especially for you, Taurus. So look at your budget, look at your possessions. If you're holding on to things that do not they do not reflect who you are or who you want to be. Something, if you've been wearing clothes that are torn or stained and you know you're not going to get the stains out of them, get rid of them. Really start to fake it till you make it. And this is the kind of full moon where you have to get really honest with yourself. What possessions are you holding on to that you no longer need? Great full moon for you to get rid of them. And again, look at your finances. If you're spending money on things you don't need anymore, or things that are draining you, then, or draining your finances, get rid of that too. Get really clear on possessions, finances, things like that. Gemini, this is your full moon. You're going to be feeling this big time. So your ruler Mercury has just moved into Capricorn. You're going to feel ready to start getting the things done you want to get done. However, this Mars conjunct the moon in your sign could have you feeling a bit all over the place. Be good to yourself. Take your shoes off, put your feet directly on the soil. Eat rooted vegetables. You Gemini, when you have a lot going on, sometimes we'll just grab what you can. You might not sit down and make yourself a cooked meal. Eat rooted, cooked foods. Get grounded. Make sure you're getting enough sleep. Do acupuncture. Write down your feelings. You could be getting a lot of clarity if you can just set a timer for 20, 30 minutes and tell yourself you're just going to stream of consciousness, right? Your mind might be going all over the place. Write down every thought that's coming up. Well, you might want to do, Gemini, as well. Do non-dominant handwriting, where you put your pen in the other hand and write out your affirmations, things like that. This is your full moon. You're going to be thinking about everything going on in your life. And if you can use this week to come up with some spiritual practices for yourself, it could be really powerful. Make sure you get some exercise as well. Cancer, this is happening in your 12th house. You may feel like locking yourself in or being on retreat or just going inward. You definitely are going to need more sleep this full moon. Keep a dream journal, write your dreams down. You're going to want to go in more. The next full moon is your full moon. Use this one to go inward, to allow yourself to be a bit more in a cocooned state. You love being at home anyway. Just give yourself some time to light a candle, journal, spend time with loved ones at home, if possible. Leo, this is happening for you in your 11th house. This full moon is going to be shining a light on what tribes of people that you are with are serving your needs. You're going to be looking at your friendships. You're going to be looking at your goals, your aspirations. Is there anything in your life you're wanting to shift? Are there things that aren't working for you? Are there goals in your life that you had set, but maybe they no longer reflect where you want to go? So this full moon is going to be shining a light on all of that. The friends you're spending time with, the groups of people, even social media groups you're with. What's serving you, what's not, what are you willing to let go of? Looking at your dreams, the dreams that you had. Be a bit realistic and practical. Is it time to dream a new dream? Virgo, this is happening for you in your 10th house. You're going to be looking at your career goals and ambitions. You're going to be really loving it when all these planets start moving into Capricorn, because then it's going to be in a fellow earth sign instead of all this mutable energy, which has been squaring or opposing you. So now with things going into Capricorn, you'll be feeling a bit more harmonious energy. But right now, this full moon is shining a light on your career. Is it serving you? Are you loving what you're doing? Maybe it's time for you to be in the spotlight. If not, is it time for you to make a change or a shift in your career or your social status? Libra, this is happening for you in your 9th house. You're going to be looking at, one, you may be feeling like, okay, you're wanting to get out in the world. You're wanting to book an international trip. That could be coming up for you for sure. You could be having some opportunities for international travel. You may be feeling like it's time to do some higher learning. Maybe you're wanting to learn something at a deeper level. Maybe you're looking at your spiritual practices or your religious practices, and you're shining a light on it, and you're saying, okay, maybe it's time for me to get back to this practice that I let go of. Maybe you used to meditate every day or do the 5 Tibetan rites or something like that, and you let it go. This full moon could ask you to start bringing that back into your life. Scorpio, this is shining a light on your 8th house, everything psychological. This full moon is asking you to dig deep into your psyche. You are so good at that anyway. Dig deep. What old paradigms, what old roots or cords of energy that are no longer yours are stuck? It is time for you to pull out the old cords of energy. It is time for you to look at your deep psychological thoughts, well-being pattern, and make adjustments, because your ancient ruling planet, Mars, is conjunct this full moon in your 8th house. Go inward. This is a house where there might be secrets that are being revealed, or this is just shining a light on the deep hidden places in your life that it's important for you to uncover. You are the Sherlock Holmes of the zodiac. Go inward and discover what it is you need to take a good look at. Also, this is a house of other people's money. Maybe it is shining a light on, maybe you're asking for a loan or a mortgage or something like that. These could be themes coming up for you as well. Sagittarius, this is your 7th house. This is a house of relationship. So house of marriage, house of relationships. It could be business partnerships. It could be just one-on-one relationships. So this is shining a light on these areas in your life. It's conjunct Mars. So you are asked to, Mars wants to cut loose what is no longer serving you. So Sag, you're going to look through and you're going to be like, am I kicking the can down the road and staying in this relationship, even though I know it has no long-term potential? If that's the case, cut it off. It is time. This full moon will have you cut it off. And because if you're not doing it yourself, something may come up that makes that happen anyway. Or maybe you're shining a light and maybe it's time to take it to the next level, but you've just been holding back. So all relationships are going to be in the spotlight for you this full moon. Capricorn, it's happening for you in your 6th house. Capricorn, you're going to start feeling a burst of energy as these planets start moving into your sign. And you're going to love it, because then you can get to work and do the tasks that you like to do, as opposed to big picture thinking, which this is happening though for you in your 6th house. So this full moon is shining a light on your health. Make sure you're taking care of your health needs. It's also shining a light on your day-to-day routines. Maybe you've gotten out of the habit of eating healthy or doing a morning exercise routine or whatever it is. Maybe there's a pet that is wanting to come into your life, or there's a pet in your life that you need to put a little bit more attention on caring for. So pets, daily routines, health, these are all things that are coming into the spotlight for you this full moon. So look at your day-to-day routines. What is serving you? What's not? Have you gotten into habits that you no longer want? You are so disciplined. Be disciplined. Cut the old habits so that you can feel healthier and more vibrant. Aquarius, this is happening for you in your 5th house. 5th house is the house of children. It's the house of fun, and it's the house of romance, creativity, and entrepreneurship. So looking, if there is a time for you to have more fun, have you been all work and no play? Cut something out of your life so that you can make your fun and entertainment a priority. Maybe your kids need more of your attention at this time. Focus on them a bit more. Give them the love and attention that they need. So these are all things coming to the forefront for you. Maybe it's time for you to get out and date if you're single, Aquarius. All these things important for you at this full moon. Pisces last, but certainly not least, thank you for your patience. This is happening for you in your 4th house. This full moon is shining a light on your home and family. Mars is in there. Are you living in a home that feels good to you? If not, what changes do you need to make so that your home can feel warm and you have a sense of security there as well? This is what's coming up for you. Maybe there are conversations you need to have about your past with family members and you need to cut things out. Maybe there's some forgiveness that needs to come into the picture. So home, family, maybe you're even looking, remember, you've got Jupiter, the very end of your sign. So, and you have Neptune there as well. Maybe it's important for you to take a look at your ancestry. Maybe you're getting downloads of information, and you, Pisces, doing the stream of consciousness, going inward, spending some time at home, you will get some clarity if you can ground yourself. You're going to feel scattered and all over the place. You are a sponge for other people's energy. So cut the cords, make sure you're in your own energy, and then ask for downloads of information. Are you in the home you want to live in? Is it time for you to relocate? These are all things that are going to come up for you. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you like the longer video format. Give me some comments, some feedback. Also, it's the end of the year. I still have to do my 2022 videos. I'm wanting to put them out there. Life has been a little crazy, but I would really love your feedback on what you want to see moving forward. Do you like me combining the full moon and new moon with it? Do you like it separately? Are there other videos you'd like me to do? Please let me know in the comments below so I can give you the content that you want. Also, if you're interested in a reading with me, let me know. I haven't put it on my website yet, but I'm going to do a special for the holidays. So $185, just if you want a gift, if you want to gift it to somebody else or for yourself, just email me because I haven't put that in as a and I'll put it in I'll adjust it for the website, and that will be till the end of the year. Even if you purchase it now, it will probably be in 2023 that we actually do the reading. So anyway, thank you so much for your time, and I will see you in the next video.